You want to inhale, bringing your toes towards your head. And when you exhale, let them go. So let's do that a couple of times. Raise your feet towards your head, inhale. Then now exhale. Okay, again, inhale. Now exhale. Now you want to add your arms to it, and you want someone to pull your arms straight up into the air at the same time that your feet are to your head. So inhale, and then exhale. Making sure those shoulders come off the mat. Let's do it again. Inhale. Oh, I forgot to set my watch. Got to get credit for this yoga. As you can see, the dogs love my energy while I'm doing yoga. So after I set my watch, I'm going to go ahead and start over. And you should be able to follow along with me with doing what we just did. Buddy, go. Go, 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 go. Okay, so now we're going to take our arms after we do this one and lay them straight down onto the ground. And you want to pretend as though someone is pulling you in both directions while you inhale, and then exhale, let it go. So again, pulling you in both directions, inhaling, and then let it go. Now we're going to move into some breathing exercise where you want to fill your lungs up with as much air as possible, and then hold it up at the top. Just hold it there for a little while. And then you want to find a soft spot in your mouth or opening to let the air go. All the way down to the bottom. Then you want to hold it there for a minute at the bottom. And fill your lungs up again, all the way up to the top. Hold it. Find that soft spot in your mouth. And let the air go. When you get down to the very bottom, you want to make sure that you hold your breath then before you fill your air back up. So filling your air back up. Holding it. Find a soft spot in your mouth. Let the air go. So now we're going to move into some alternate nostril breathing. You want to take your thumb, put it to your nose, and inhale. Put your 2 fingers on the other side of your other nostril, and exhale through the other nostril. Now inhale through that nostril, and exhale out of the other nostril. Inhale through that nostril. You're not going very fast on this. You're cleansing your body. Fingers on the other side. And now you want to exhale. Remember, you're alternating those fingers on either side. So your thumb is up on the other side. So now your thumb is on the other side. Inhaling. Nostrils pinch off on the other side now. And exhale. Okay, so now we're going to move onto all fours, onto your knees. You want your feet to be flat, and you want to make sure your hands are planted. You want to inhale, and then exhale to sit back, and your your hands are on your knees. And you're sitting there for a minute. Remember, think of your intentions. Make sure you be aware of your shoulders, that they're not up high by your ears. You're still breathing. Okay, so now you want to inhale, shake those feet out, tuck your feet, your toes under, knees are together, and you want to inhale to sit back with your hands on your knees again. This one's a little bit more difficult. As you start doing it, you'll realize that it works, but this helps with your sinuses, your digestive system, and all those, because there's a little foot flexology going on. Okay, you're still breathing. You want to breathe and come out of that, relax those feet. And then now we're going to move into our transition pose. For me, I like to do the child's pose, so sit back into the child's pose. Make sure your head is touching the ground, and you can nod yes to the things that you want. You want to make sure you're setting your intentions while you're doing these practices. And some people may want their arms back doing this and holding their ankles, whatever serves you. Okay, so we're in the child's pose. Okay, you're going to come out of the child's pose, and now we're going to go into the pyramid or the mayat. And you want to be alternating your knees or whatever serves you, whatever you need to do to go back and forth. Okay, back and forth. So just kind of play around and go back up on top of your toes, and then back down. Then come down and go back into child's pose. Now we're going to go into the cobra. Inhale and exhale as you push yourself up, planting those feet flat on the ground. If you want more, you can lift yourself out. You want to inhale and exhale to each side, and back to the front. Then inhale and breathe out over your other shoulder. Inhale back. Okay, then you want to breathe and open all the way up, looking at the sky. Now you want to come back and go into your child's pose. Again, remember nodding to the universe what you will accept, and maybe shaking your head no to the things that you will not accept. Okay, so now we're coming back up into that pyramid again. We're up on our tippy toes. Okay, so now you want to take that right leg and step it in between your hands. And you just want to make sure that you got it in a comfortable spot to where your hands are flat on either side of your foot. Now you want to inhale, take your left arm over your right arm and do a lunge. And then inhale up, exhale, and your head go. Come out of those shoulders. And inhale, going all the way back, and then exhale. Inhale and come back down to your knee, deeper into a lunge, but you don't want your knee to go over your foot. So inhale and open up wide, sun salutation. Okay, inhale, come back down to your knee, drop down to your knee. Okay, now we're going to come down into our child's pose. Now I like going into child's pose in between each one because I'm not very good at doing this yet, and I'm learning. So it helps me to remember what I'm going to do. So once we come out of this, we're going to do the same thing on the other side. We're going to come all the way up. Now we're going to take our other leg, we'll do the opposite of what you did the last time, and step up in between our hands. That's like a lunge position. Making sure you get your placement there. Okay, so now you want to take your left right of your hand, inhaling to come up to your knee, and then inhaling again to go up to the sky. Exhale, inhale, and then exhale and drop your head. You got to do what serves you. Then open all the way up if you want more. And inhale, there you go, open all the way up if you want more. inhale, put your arms back down on your knee. Okay. Inhale and drop back down to your knee and back into child's pose. Now we're going to take our right leg and come up and put it in front of you. You'll see what I'm doing there, almost like a lunge. It's called the pigeon. And you want to get yourself in a good position. Both hands to your sides of your leg, and you're going to come down and hug that leg. Make sure you're breathing in, sending air where it needs to go. Breathing in. Okay. Now you want to raise yourself up. Let your head go back. Inhale and exhaling. Remember, you're breathing through all of this. These are supposed to be flows. They're not supposed to be strenuous. So let's come out of that back into child's pose. So now we'll come out of child's pose. Take the other leg and feed it through. Again, this is like the pigeon. Okay. Down, breathing. Then you're going to come up so that you can inhale. So inhale and then exhaling. Inhale, exhale, dropping that head back. You're still breathing. Finding your flow. Sending air wherever it hurts. Breathe over to the right shoulder. Inhale back to the front. Exhale to the side. Inhale back to the front. Remember your little rotations when you're doing your things. Okay, so we'll come back out of that and go back into child's pose. And once we come out of child's pose, this is going to be a little different. You want to take your right leg and kind of go into a lunge, bringing it forward like that, and then sit back on your foot. Okay, this is a pose that you see on pyramids. You're going to take your hands up, inhaling, and then exhaling to make the pyramid with your left hand over right. Inhale, turn to your left, and then open. Okay, inhale to the middle, exhale, then inhale. Okay, both hands together, then come back to the front. And now you want to go back into your child's pose. And now we're going to do the very same thing on the other side. You're going to take your left leg and step it up into a lunge. Step it up into a lunge and then sit back on your foot. Inhale up, exhale, hands together, twist to the side, open up. You want to inhale and look over your shoulder, exhale. Then to the front, inhale, exhale. Hands are together, twist back to the front, and now you want to go back into your child's pose. Okay, so now we want to breathe in and come over to the top of your mat and sit. And you want to grab your ankles for this one. You want to grab your ankles. Once you lay down, you're going to grab your ankles. Get yourself comfortable like you see me get myself comfortable. Okay, so it'll be close to you. And then I'm going to inhale and push my hips up toward the sky. And then you'll notice that I'm tucking my shoulders in like a kickstand. It's almost like a normal reaction. While you're up there, you want to breathe. Just push yourself as far as you can up to the sky. Taking deep breaths. You know, as I'm breathing. I didn't hold my breath to get myself up there. Come down. Go up. Take your hands up by your head. And then you want to push yourself up and hold yourself there and breathing and breathing. And if you can't go all the way up, that's okay. If you can't get your head all the way up, you'll work towards it. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. Okay, so now you want to come out of that position and you just want to hold your knees and massage your lower back. You can open your legs, move back and forth, just have a really good time with it, massaging your back or whatever that serves you. Opening your legs, moving side to side, whatever that you have to do to help you to be able to recover from doing those poses. Okay, you can also sit up to the front of your mat, rock back and put your legs over your head. I love this position. It's actually very comfortable. Hold yourself up under your waist, or you can just lay both of your hands down to the side. Just play around with your legs, and if you can touch the ground before you can do that with your toes. I've gotten pretty good at doing that. Wonderful position to recover in. Now I'm going back into massaging my back and stuff. Our next pose is called the goddess pose. You want to make sure you do this as much as you can. You want to take both of your legs open outward, and you want to squat down and then use your goddess hands, making sure everything's nice and flat. And once you're there and you feel like you're down low enough, you raise up on your toes. So this is your goddess pose. The more you do this, the firmer you are. All right, reach up to the sky, your hands down, giving thanks. And that's the end of this video. Namaste. Love you guys. Our final pose is the pyramid down to the ground. I almost forgot. I'm so sorry. I'm new to yoga and definitely new to narrating it. Breathe in, go to the top, and then down to heart space. Now, love you guys. Namaste.